Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. Listen, I have a question I want to ask you. Are you preparing for what God is preparing for you? Are you preparing for what God is preparing for you? I don't care how much you doubt God. I don't care how many times you get off your post. What God said is coming to pass full circle. So I need you to prepare. I need you to get ready. And when we talk about preparation, we're not just preparing our body, okay? Because a lot of people, they come into this mindset of thinking, okay, when we talk about marriage, let me get my body right, body tight. Yes, that's great. That's great. You should look good for your husband or your wife. You should. But we got to go beyond that, okay? Because God ordained marriages is when God joins together a faithful man with a prudent wife. It's more to a faithful man than his body. It's more to a prudent wife than her body, okay? They both got mindset. They both know how to control their emotion. They both are women and men of character. They both fear the Lord. You see what I'm going here? They both, okay, are people of substance, okay? So we got to go beyond just looking at the body, okay, and just making sure our body is tight and right, okay? Like I said, it's very good. It's a great thing that you want to look good for your spouse. We all should look good for our spouse, but we want to make sure we are preparing mentally. You want to make sure you are preparing emotionally, meaning you got to get a handle of your emotions, okay? You got to learn how to process your emotions. You want to make sure you are preparing financially. You want to make sure you are preparing spiritually. You got to understand your power in prayer. You got to begin to understand fasting, okay? You want to make sure that you are preparing your household, prepare your home, prepare your children for this new thing God is bringing you and your children into, okay? We are preparing full circle. So are you preparing for what God is preparing for you? And I say this all the time, that we already know prodigals are not coming back the same way because of their judgment season, right? In judgment, in prodigal's judgment, that is when they come back into their senses. They come back into their right mind. That is also when God vindicates you. And your prodigal begins to realize you were their perfect person all along. They begin to realize, like you're their God ordained. You were telling the truth all of this time. They begin to realize all these things, right? So, and then also in judgment season is also when God brings, God been correcting your prodigal all throughout this process, but correction is happening in your prodigal. God is moving prodigals into a level of healing. He's growing them in greater character, okay? He is delivering them from these evil spirits, okay? Judgment season is when God humbles Leviathan, okay? So all of that pride in your prodigal is going to go away. They're going to be humble, okay? That critical spirit is going to go away because of God's correction, they now is aware that you're not the enemy, and God has dealt with them concerning how to deal with you, their husband or wife, okay? So we already know when prodigals go through their judgment, they're not coming back the same way. You're not getting the same spouse. You're going to get a better spouse. Praise God. So therefore, we got to begin to ask ourselves, are we preparing for what God is preparing for us? Are you preparing the right way? Are you reading your word? Are you fasting? Are you decluttering your household? Are you, getting your children in order? Are you, learning how to budget your finances, saving up? Are you learning how to control your emotions? Are you healing? Are you taking yourself through deliverance and making sure, you breaking these curses off your life and you're not bound by any evil spirit, right? Are you turning insecurities into confidence? This is how we prepare, okay? So are you preparing for what God is preparing for you?